guys, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about a few things which I think are very important for you guys to know and understand. I'm going to talk about number 369 because number 3 or number 6 is being associated with devil, and number 369 is to be told like it is being told as a bad number. So I'll tell you what is the truth of number 369, what this number represents. I'm going to talk about certain documents that you should read and what's written in these documents. I'm going to talk about what is New World Order, what is Event 201, and 5G. So I'm going to talk about quite a few things. This is going to be a long video, and I hope that this video is helpful. And if you want to know more about it, I've already done a few videos in last 2-3 days that will help you kind of figure out a better picture of the things. So let's just start with the message for you guys. Oh yes, okay, I don't want to miss this. If you remember the last video that we did with that I did with Sushant, when Sushant connected, he said there is a storm that is coming and it's going to impact everyone, and there are going to be a lot of heartbreaks, there are going to be a lot of burden on the heart, but then ultimately it will clear to something much better. And I think that's what he was indicating at. We are undergoing that, and it is going to get to something better. Heartache also means heart healing. So if your heart is breaking because you're losing your loved ones, that does also mean that you need to mend your heart, and you need to understand and balance your feelings. And that's one of the most important things to for this change of yuga, from one era to another. If you want to move to the better era, then you have to understand that you have to leave the attachments. That's one of the biggest lessons, and that's what is being told to you. So I've already discussed that at length in my previous video. You can watch that, and that will help you. And people who are asking if there is a message from Sushant, I'm sure all these messages that you're getting are from Sushant, because he wants you guys to not be afraid of it. So let's just take out a card if he wants to give a certain message, or what is the message for guides and angels. So I'm going to keep it like that. Message for viewers. Can please make the cards. Thank you. Okay, so the card is amazing. So the card is 9 of Cups. If you see, there is this jewelry box that has opened. There are so many bowls that are there, and this person is actually dancing and jumping with joy because a new phase has opened for this person. See, this is the power of number 9. This is a wish fulfillment card. This is the card which says that where you're going to lead is beautiful. It is amazing. There's a wish fulfillment. There are so many new things coming your way. There are treasures that are going to open. There are miracles that are going to happen, and you're going to have a dance of joy. So that's the card. It's a wish fulfillment card. It's a balance card. It's a dancing card. It's a enjoyment card. It's a lovely card of, you know, like a new dimension coming up into your life. So that's the energy, and that's why I will tell you not to be afraid. Now let's just start with number 369. So I'll tell you first what is number 3, what is number 6, what is number 9, and then I will tell you together what this number means. So number 3 is a number of 3 entities coming together. Now what are the 3 entities? It is you, your body, your soul, and divine or devil. Now how do you want to take it? Do you want the devil to be the number 3rd for you, or do you want to be the divine to be the number 3 for you? So number 3 is how you take it. It's a card of community, it's a card of happiness, it's a card of celebration, it's a number of beauty, it's a number of coming together, it's a number of improving your skills, it is a number of rebuilding and redesigning. And that's why I think that it is absolutely incorrect to attach this number to any kind of devil, because that's what those energies want you to do. Be afraid, give the victory, give the celebration to them, and you have nothing. So do you want to give it away? And if you don't want to give it away, please don't associate these numbers with devil at all. So this is a divine number, this is is actually a good number when you are actually connecting or becoming one with the divine. And that is when that's where we are heading, because we are heading towards where we understand other dimensions, and that's obviously when you connect with the divine. So that's number 3. Now what is number 6? Number 6 is a number of victory. It's a number, and I have to show you something. If you know that the shell that we kind of blow, and we blow this shell at every good occasion, and Shankhanad is said to be done when there is war, when there is victory. Number 6 is a number of victory, and if you see and if you find out about shells, you will see and you will know that shells actually are in the shape of number 6 or number 9 too, and they are beautiful. There is a spiral that happens with the number 6 or number 9, and that is why number 6 is a number of victory. It's a number of moving to something new. It's a number of actually moving out of some balance. It is a number of deserving. It's a number of justice. So number 6 is actually a beautiful number, and yes, they want to have the victory to themselves. That's why they want to associate that number with them. But do you want to give them the victory? And if you don't have to associate that number with the devils. It's not a devil number at all, and it's actually, and a lot of people will kind of Google and send me that Google says that it's a devil number. Google says the things that we tell Google too. And if a lot of influential people are there out there to kind of put those things there because they want that number to be given to them, but would you give it to them? So that is why it is not a devil number. It's a number of something very beautiful, something which is very close to our hearts, our victory and our wars and our good times also. So it is kind of a number of a new beginning, and that is why number 6 is absolutely a divine number. There's nothing devil about number 6. Number 9 is the number when you are just one step, you just saw one number 9. It's a number of like, I am almost fulfilling my dreams. It's a number when you are just one step away from that victory. Again, do you want to give that victory to devil? It is your choice, but we are just one step away from the victory and one step away from that Satya Yuga or that beautiful yuga or beautiful time period to start from. So number 3, 6, 9, when you put it together and you add that one step that we are away from the victory, that makes it number 370, and 7 and 3 is 10. 10 is completion and 1 is new beginning. That's number 369, that we are just one step away from the completion from being 10 to come to number 1, where is actually a new beginning happening. So guys, after knowing this, if you still think that it's a devil number, then I don't know what will make you understand, and I don't know if you are on the part of divine or devil, because the part of devil is to create fear, to create negativity, and when there is fear and there is negativity, that's what the devil feeds upon. So it's your choice. Do you want to give more food to the devil and make the devil stronger, or do you want to give no food to devil, no heat to devil, and just be strong and lead to the new world, so lead to awakening? So that's number 369. I don't think you should be worried about that at all. As I spoke in my last video, whenever there is a yuga change happens, and I can go as back as to Ramayana and Mahabharata, when those happened, a lot of innocents' lives were lost, and that is the part of yuga parivartan that happens every time. So that is why, because the souls want to leave and they want to kind of come back to this new yuga plugged into new energy, and that's why they leave, and then the mohbhang also has to happen. So I've already spoken about detail in that other video. Now what I'm going to talk about, there are a few things that I'm going to talk about here in this video, and then I will make a new video based upon your questions and then kind of give you certain more details about it. Yes, I also wanted to talk about pituitary gland, because it's been said that this vaccination is going to kind of damage your pituitary gland and whatever, so many things will happen. But pituitary gland is actually your third eye, and third eye is necessary to be opened to see the dimensions which are opening up. So I personally don't feel that there is anything that is being damaged, and there is no damage that will be done to your pituitary gland, because a lot of functions will actually stop and you can't be there without it. So actually it is going to open up, and when it opens up, that's when you experience a new dimensions, and that's what is actually happening. So you don't have to be worried upon that part as well. Now I'm going to talk about a certain thing. So I'm going to first of all talk about what is New World Order as it is given to you. So what is New World Order? Basically is moving to the new yuga, And what is new world order is better technology, it's better life, it is precisely less crime, because you are being there's a surveillance, or you're being monitored, because the crime, how can you kind of think about when you're in one organization, think about it, when you are working in an organization, there are cameras put everywhere, so that there is nobody who can do anything wrong. Your monitors that you work upon, your computers, are also being monitored at the back end, so that you don't do anything that is incorrect. Now think about a country which has like billions of people. How do you want them to be monitored? If who's doing the crime? You want a crime free world, but you don't want that anybody should look at what you're doing. You might be correct, but everyone is not correct, and it is very important to have that ability to know, to monitor, so that the crimes can be stopped. Otherwise, how can the crime be stopped? Nobody is telepathic and knowing that, oh, you know, this person is going to do a crime and we should stop him, or we should do. Nobody is telepathic. So that is why it is important to monitor and to know who is who does what, so that these events, these crimes can be controlled. These whether it is money laundering, whether it is child trafficking, whether it is any other crime, that can be controlled. And that is why it is important, and that's what the new world order is going to be, where the crimes are under control. They're going to be better lives there. And if you understand, if you know, in our world, like long ago, when we talk about good times, good yugas, the technology was amazing. We are not even at 1% of that technology. So why are we scared of technology? Why are we being scared? People are trying to scare you off and you are getting scared off. Don't be scared of technology. There was technology that was beyond your imagination, and that's the technology that we'll get into when we enter into this new yuga. So don't be scared of technology. They're going to be technology. That's the new world order. There is nothing where you're going to be killed and whatnot. Anyways, I'm not going to get there. Now I want you guys to search and Google and find the official what happened around it. Find the official links or documents about Event 201. Now let me tell you what Event 201 was. Event 201 was that you guys work in organizations, then companies and everything, and you know that there are fire drills that happens, right? So from last so many decades, basically, we'd seen a lot of viruses coming in, like H1N1, SARS, there was HIV, there were so many things, and most of them were actually bioweapons. So they were all coming in over and over again, and obviously as individuals we understand that, the country leaders also understand that, and they need to understand how do they tackle that. So if we have, through movies or otherwise, if we have information that there can be a bio attack, the governments would have information there can be a bio attack. It's sad that they got the information a little late and they prepared a little late, but on 18th October 2019 there was a mock drill that was done, and it was an event that was just for 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours event, where a lot of elites, lot of people from power, from authorities, from government, a lot of people joined, and there was an event that was organized, and that event was done in such a real time that there were news headlines, and there were news videos and all of pre-recorded things that were done to just make it look real, to give them a feel that as in how it happens, how will you react, what is your preparedness, how will you manage this. And unfortunately, very, very sad that those videos and pre-recorded stuff has been leaked. People are using that to just show that this is all planned, this is a gimmick. And that 3.5 exercise was Event 201, just to let you know. Now, if a company is doing a fire drill and next day there is a fire, doesn't mean that the company did the fire drill and put the fire on the company. No, they will not do that. Normal circumstances, absolutely not. So similarly, they did this drill on October 2019, but sadly the virus kind of came before or around that time, and you can't put those two things together and say even 2001 was basically the planning for this virus to be spread into India. It was not. It was actually an event to figure out what is the preparedness that different countries have if there is a bio attack. So that's, and Google it, read it for yourself. Second that I want to talk about is there is again this theory that has been floated that from 2020 to 2025 there is going to be COVID, because that's the time period that governments or elites or high people have decided for COVID. Now let me again tell you that. So there is a World Bank, or this is a World Bank report or a World Bank order, I guess, and if you Google search it, you will find it absolutely. What it is that when there is an event like that happens, when there is a crisis like that happens, the third world countries or the countries who are not developed nations, they cannot manage the finances at their own, because everything is actually gone down with all of these things and lockdowns and everything. So the economy is not doing that well. Now the World Bank, what they do is they help the economies to stand back on their feet. Now when you give somebody a loan, how do you give that person a time period to pay back the loan? And that time period includes when this person uses this money that you've given that person, he gains something out of it and he's able to kind of give you the money back. Similarly, when this loan was given to, it's more than 11 countries that this was given to by the World Bank, and when they are giving this loan, obviously they will put a time period, and that time period will include up to when will these events, this event or this situation will be there, and what will be the time that the country will take to come back on the track, and how will they pay off. So that 5 years time is very, very logical to just give it to any country, that okay, in a year or two you will be able to get rid of this situation. From 2 to say next 2 years you will get back to your feet, and then in a year's time you will be able to pay that off. That's the timeline. So read it for yourself. Don't just blindly follow anything. Read it yourself. You will know that it's not something that is planned to be there from 2020 to 2025, and 2025 you will be you will have COVID till that time. No, absolutely not. That's not true. Now another thing that I want to, I will talk about patents also, that reminds me, but not today. So now I want also you guys to read about a document which is basically to 2010 committee EVF radiation report 2010. Now what is this report is? So now that report, the paras of this report is being used as this is the symptoms that COVID has, and that's why COVID is just 5G. Now as much as I could search and as much as I could read about 5G, over 60 countries are using 5G. And if it is used within the guidelines, then there are no such bad effects that it has. The bad effects that are given in this report. So this is a report basically on the usage of cell phones, because during that time a lot of people were actually buying and getting the cell phones, and that is why there was a committee that was made by the government to figure out if people are using cell phones, what is it that can impact, how these cell phones can impact them, what can be the ranges of the frequency that could be there so that the radiation doesn't hit them badly, and what are the suggestions of the committee. When the committee made these things, and if you understand and if you know and if you remember, there was a lot of information, and still floats, that don't use mobile phone for more than 1 hour, don't keep the mobile phone near a child, you can have dizziness, you can have headaches, you can have this, you can have that. It's all public information, it's all there in the front of public eye. That report is. Those symptoms that are being called as COVID symptoms, they are not COVID symptoms. They are, if that committee said that if the phones are used for a prolonged time, more than like 1 hour at a regular time period for many years, these are the impacts that these phones have on people. Now using a phone, using a technology is only your choice. Nobody is making it mandatory for you. Second, it's not only the phone which have EMF or NMF, the microwaves, the TV, the ACs, any technology, anything that you use at your home, they have these raises, they have these radiations, the MRI that you get done, the X-rays that you get done, all of these has these raises. Now you make your choice based upon how much advantage you have under it and how much disadvantage that you have under it, and then you make a choice. It's exactly like, you know that a medicine has side effects, would you choose to eat it or not eat it? Now this doesn't have anything to do with the government. Second, the committee came up with few suggestions. Okay, the first suggestion was that every phone should have, everybody should be able to get the SAR of the phone, that what is the SAR of the phone. So if you actually type *#07#, you get the SAR value of your phone, and it should not be more than I guess I've written it. So this is all research, okay. 1.6 watt per kg, 1.6 W per kg, it should not be more than that, and everyone should be able to access that, because it was not accessible before this. So it was already done. If you put that, you get the SAR value of your phone. Phones also have it. Before buying also you can check it. Second was some amendments that were actually advised in the Telegraph Act, already done. Third was to make people aware that phones can have this disadvantage on people, and they should use Bluetooth or hand freeze. So that's already done. So it's already something that's there in public domain. People are being warned about it. People know about it. People know about these disadvantages. This is not 5G symptoms, and it has nothing to do with 5G symptoms. So understand and don't take things on face value, and don't even take it on face value of what I'm saying. Go read this report. You will know it, what the report was, what the findings were, what the objectives were, what the government has already done. It is already all done, established, and we already have these things in public domain. So 5G is not COVID. I'm again telling you, 5G has nothing to do with COVID. The radiations definitely have a ability to kind of give you side effects or give some effects, but those radiations are not only from your phone. Those radiations are from your microwave. They are from your AC. They are from your everything, every technology that you're using, everything that you're using has those vibrations or radiations. Would you stop using everything, or would you blame it on government? Absolutely no. So this has nothing to do with 5G. Don't make this thing don't support this thing, this theory, this fear, this negativity. There is definitely something that we are progressing towards, and there are already so many countries who have been using this. The tests were done 2010. They are using it from so many years, and there was nothing that was happening there. But from what happens is, when one person raises, like if I tell you, or if today I tell you that the clothes that you wear are absolutely incorrectly woven and you will have allergies. Trust me, within 10 days, a lot of people will start getting allergies also, and there will a lot of protests that will also start with it. So that is how human mind works. So you don't have to work under fear. Let go of the fear. So these are the things that I would want you to search by yourself. I would want you to kind of read them. I'm going to talk about a few others also, like I'm going to talk about the patents also. Why, or let me tell you, I didn't cover it in the Hindi video, but let me tell you, every vaccination that is made is patented, and the timelines of patents, especially for the coronavirus, I will tell you that if you read your Dettol, like anything that you use, like a Dettol or any wash or anything, hand wash you use, you will read coronavirus there, because coronavirus is not a new virus. COVID-19 is a new virus. Coronavirus has been there from a long time, and when SARS or H1N1, so there are many variants of it. Some of it are already there, and that is why if somebody says that from this year this word was used, because it was already there. This is a new variant of it. So understand that. So I think that's all that I will cover in this video, and I will take out the card for you guys. But I will also suggest, if you guys can actually think and understand these things, if you don't kind of like make the fear bigger, if you can share this video with the people, as many as you can, so that they know that they don't have to be afraid of. And another last thing for the vaccinations, I have gotten it done for my family. I know so many of people from my surroundings who have gotten these vaccinations done because they followed the guidance, and the guidance is available. Like if you Google, if you go and ask questions to people who are against this or for this, you don't have to go to the government site. There are all the guidelines that are there. If you follow the guidelines to the T, if you consult a doctor, if you give yourself a rest after that, if you do the tests which are required, if you know what conditions you are into, and all of that, then it should not impact you in a negative way. And that is why you should actually follow the guidelines. So see the guidelines what are there, and then make a choice for yourself. Don't make a choice based upon any kind of fear, guys. Don't. I'm just waiting for the vaccinations here to open and my turn to come, and I will also get it done. So it is your choice to get it done or not, but I would suggest that read about it, and another thing is that there are people who are in favor, there are people who are against. So make your choice wisely, because there are certain things which are politically driven. So think about what you want to believe in. Think about, do you want to believe in fear, or do you want to believe in your soul or your country or your authorities? Because like I said, if they had to do this, there were many other ways. They wouldn't have had to create this thing. Okay, so what is the guidance for people? Wow, so I have, okay, few of them, okay, so two of them are exactly the cards which I got for the Hindi video, which is 2 of Cups and 2 of Pentacles, and it basically says that there are things where you want to come together, there are things that you don't want to do, and there is a lot of juggling that is happening, a lot of confusion that is happening, and that confusion is actually driving you crazy. Now there is a Tower card, and Tower card is when the old structure, if you see, there is a butterfly that is actually going into the sky. So she's actually you know, floating. Her colors are going away, her wings are going away, and she's actually floating into the universe. So this Tower card is very, very different than the normal Tower card, because there's a squirrel who is hiding behind this bush, and there is a fire, but that fire is actually making these butterflies come out and go to the sky. This is so beautiful. So this card basically says that whatever is happening, it's happening for a good reason. Whatever is happening, whatever is the Tower movement that is happening right now, whatever the natural or the nature is doing, or whatever the human did under the influence of divine, because it was meant to, that's why I said under the divine, whatever devil did under the influence of divine, if you want me to put it that way, it is happening because it is meant to happen to get the better future, to get to the transformation. And last card says, if you see this card, there is a key here, there's a door here, this person is not opening it, she's sitting, she's crying, she's fearful, she's all given up. Now choice is yours. Do you want to give up? There is a key here. You can open the door and you can go to the new era, new yuga. Choice is yours. Do you want to keep crying and keep yourself fearful, negative, or do you want to actually make a right choice and move ahead? Choice is yours. Thank you so much. Bye bye. All the best.